Hi, everybody, and happy Malcolm Friday. Okay, so if y'all have been, with me for a little minute, then y'all would know that I have been teaching chess. We've been over a lot, honestly. We've been over all the pieces, the board, openings. Let's see, chess tactics. We've been through a lot. So today we're gonna continue on with what we were doing on Monday. Sorry, I always forget, like the days be messing me up. But yeah, we're gonna continue doing what we were doing on Monday. And so that is the capturing pieces. Um, and so yeah, let me know if you guys like this because it's kind of different. Because we're watching the video and then like stuff like that. So if you kind of like that more, like I guess you can consider a professional, walking you through versus me doing it, let me know, and we'll start doing more videos like that, or just let me know what you guys want to see, what you guys would like to do as far as this, because this is for you guys as well. It's not just me wanting to teach. I like doing what I'm doing, but if you guys have any suggestions as well, or anything like that, be sure to let me know. Um, so let me just go ahead and shoot. I did not mean to click that. Let me just share my screen with you guys. And let me see. Okay, let me go back here real quick. Okay, cool. Um, mm, okay, cool. We can go with that. Okay, so like I said, we're going to continue on with what we were doing last week. So we went over the value of pieces, the tactics and hanging pieces, counting captures, as well as the forks. Okay. Or no, we didn't do the forks. We're starting with forks today. Um, and so yeah, if you guys, once again, if you guys missed, if you guys missed everything, if you guys missed last week's, if sorry, oh, and I don't think I shared the sound either. Um, but yeah, if you missed anything, just be sure to um sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I share sound. Okay. But if you guys miss anything or you guys want to rewatch anything or whatever the case may be sure to check out our YouTube channel where we have literally all of the videos from the beginning to now. Let me see what else. And also, I'm not the only one that does Pushin Pawns. So if you guys want to, check out the other people that do it, be sure to tune in with that as well. But okay, so like I said, today we're going over forks. And so I will read what his comment is really quick. Then we're going to get into the video. And then after that, we will start the challenges. So he says a great way to win material is to attack more than one piece at a time with one of your own. This technique is known as a fork. Because the opponent can only move one piece each turn, if you attack two or more pieces, you will be able to capture something. So this is kind of an offensive move. Okay. Oh, my bad.
One of the most powerful tactics in chess is the fork. It's another way of describing a double attack where you are attacking two or more pieces at the same time with one piece. The most notorious of all forks are those done by the tricky knights. Let's take a look. In this position, white appears to be in serious trouble. White is down a significant amount of material, but the game isn't over yet. If white's knight could somehow attack the king and queen at the same time, the game would turn completely around. In this case, knight e7 check saves the game for white. It forks the king with check and attacks the queen. So once the king moves, white is able to win the queen. Let's take a look at another example. In this position, white can fork not one, not two, not three, but four pieces all at the same time with the move knight e7 check. This move is known as a family fork because the knight forks the entire family of black pieces. Now that the king has escaped check, which piece should the knight capture? Capturing either of the rooks is fine, but the best move is to win the queen. So far, we've only looked at knight forks. They sure are fun, aren't they? Well, it turns out other pieces can deliver forks or double attacks as well. In this position, white has great control of the center, with two pawns already placed in the middle of it. Notice the pawn on e4 can march forward, advancing into black's territory. What would happen then? White creates a pawn fork. Remember, forks are most effective when you attack two greater valued pieces with a less valued piece. In this case, the pawn attacks the greater valued bishop and knight at the same time. When one moves, the pawn will capture the other piece. For example, when the bishop moves, the pawn captures the knight. And after the pawn is recaptured, white gains a knight for a pawn using a fork tactic. Finally, in this position, white has a queen versus a rook. This isn't the easiest endgame to win, but in this position, white's in luck. White can win black's rook by using a fork. Can you see how white can check the black king and attack the unprotected rook at the same time? That's right, queen to d1 check, checking the black king and attacking the unprotected rook on a4. After the king moves, say king to c7, white wins the rook with queen takes a4. Now that you've learned the power of the double attack known as the fork, it's your turn to practice using the fork tactic.
Okay, sorry, y'all. I put myself on mute just so that, I wasn't making any background noise or being distracting while the video was going. But so as you guys were listening, if you guys were listening, paying attention or whatever, pretty much a fork is when you are putting your piece, and it doesn't matter what piece it is, it can be any piece, putting your piece in a position to attack one or more, no, like two or more of your opponent's pieces. Okay, so then it says, white to move. White appears to be in trouble, but can you find a game-winning fork for white? Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I think I see it. So, okay, I'm pretty sure it would be moving the knight on g4 to f6. Okay, it says nice fork. Now let's win material. So, and like they said, when you put a piece in a position to capture more than one piece, regardless of which piece moves, you can always attack the other one. Well, if it's not protected or whatever. But since the queen wasn't, we took the queen. So, excellent job using the fork tactic. We can promote our pawn into a queen on the next move with a winning position. Okay, white to move. Can you find a fork for white that wins a rook? Okay, so the rook is right there, and there's another one right there. Okay, so once again with the knight, if I move, I'm trying to make sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I know it has to be the knight, but I'm trying to, like I said, when you're playing chess, you always want to look at your outcomes. Always, always, always. And I'm pretty sure, let me see. Yeah, okay. So moving my knight on e4 to f6. Oh, wait. Then, okay, what? Let me see, because let me see. Is it this? Okay, hold on. Let me read this first. This fork idea loses a knight. Try finding a fork that doesn't lose material. Okay, because I was looking and not seeing that, I was still attacking the king. But then, okay. So that wins a rook. Maybe. Oh, okay. It's not with the rook. My bad, y'all. That's what I'm saying. You got to think it through. And I definitely did not think it through. So instead of moving the knight, it's going to be the queen. So moving the queen on d1 to g4. That's what it is. And so I'm threatening the king, like I was thinking originally, but I just wasn't looking at all the pieces. So I'm threatening the king, which makes the king move, which allows me to take this rook right there. Okay, great job. White fork wins the king. White forks the king and rook. Now capture the rook. White won a rook thanks to the fork tactic. Okay, so now it says black is down a knight for a pawn. Can you find a fork that regains material for black? So black is down a knight. Okay. Can you find a fork that regains material for black? So I'm trying to regain a knight. Let's see here. Right now, I'm making sure that I'm looking at literally all of my options. And so with the term regain, I assume that they mean recapture, essentially. Or not, well, recapture, but capture, like to make it even. And so what I think, I'm just making sure, that my tracks are covered. And I'm pretty sure I'll move my knight on C6, to the, dang. Oh, two pieces. Y'all, okay, y'all don't don't try to come for me or nothing like that because this is my first time hearing this concept. And so we're kind of learning, well, we are learning together. So don't try to do me. But let me see. I'll move here. Okay, maybe it's not, oh. Okay, let me see. Because this queen right here attacks one. If I move right here, but no, that ain't gonna work either. I guess I can talk y'all through my thinking process. Um, so the first thing I thought of is I seen the opening for the queen on D8. And so then I was like, okay, what if I move to F6? That's only attacking one piece. So that wouldn't work. Now moving on to the bishop. If I move my bishop, then I'm still in a line of attack. I'm tempted to do a hint, honestly, but I'm gonna try one, like one. Sorry, I'm still looking at different ways to do this. But I keep, you have to keep in mind too how the rook moves. And because they move in 7 or L shapes, that kind of covers a lot of territory. So most of the moves that I'm seeing, I can't make. Okay, I'm gonna do a hint. Can you find a way to attack a white knight and bishop? I feel like this is so easy, and it shouldn't be taking me this long. Okay, so the white, and they're both on white. Am I supposed to like maybe have a pawn? Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I always go for power pieces. That's what I told you. I am a very offensive player. And so because of that, I always look at my higher pieces, my power pieces. But that's my fault. So yeah, okay. So like they said in the video, it can be a pawn, rook, knight, bishop, queen, king. Well, I'm pretty sure it can be a king as well. But yeah. So fantastic. Black forks the knight and bishop with the pawn, captures white's knight. Oh, capture white's knight. Okay. Oops, I didn't. Okay. So so um then then it says black just captured a pawn within which is knight to e4. Well, knight captured e4. Can you find a fork that wins material for white? Okay, so e4 is right here. So can you find a fork that wins material for white? Let's see here. A fork that wins material for white. Mm, let me see. Um, Sorry, y'all. I'm just looking through and everything like that. Mm, okay, so my first, I guess, thought would be to look for two pieces that are in the same area, and or so that they're in the same attacking range, I guess you could say. And so the first thing that I see is this square right here on D5, because if I bring my bishop on B3 to D5, then I'm attacking both of the knights. So let's see. Oops, if that's what it is. I truly hope so. Okay, cool. So great job. White attacks both unprotected black knights, winning one of them on the next turn. Black is threatening checkmate on G2, and things look hopeless for white. Can you find a surprising fork to turn the game around? Okay, so G2, right? Okay, yeah, G2, which is right here. Oh, I think I see it. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so excited. Okay, let me see. Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry. Like I said, I did not mean to get that excited, but yeah. Okay, so fantastic. White under promotes to a knight, forking the king and queen. Win black's queen. Sorry, y'all. Okay. And as you can see, knights move in 7 or L shapes. And so since our pawn promoted and went to a knight, I'm able to attack both of those pieces. So now I just take the queen. Okay, so we have completed this lesson. And so now we're gonna
Another
go into pins, I believe this one is called. And so like I did for the previous one, I'm gonna put myself on mute so that you guys can watch it with no, sorry, I'm trying to fix my shirt, but so that you guys can watch it with no interruptions. And then once the video is over, I will be off mute and we'll go through the challenges and everything like that together.
of the most important tactics in chess is the pin. Imagine a pin being stuck into a piece and through the board, making it impossible to move. The pin is used to freeze other pieces and to win material. Sometimes in chess, we say win material as a way of describing a series of exchanges where you come out on top. There are two types of pins. The first is the absolute pin. In this example, the knight on e2 is pinned to this square because if it tries to move, notice the black rook would be able to take white's king, which is completely illegal. Because the knight cannot move, this also means the queen on d4 doesn't have any protection. Black can simply capture the queen, and again, white cannot recapture because the knight is absolutely pinned. In this position, the pawn on c7 is pinned by the bishop on a5. Notice the pawn could move, but then the bishop would be able to take the queen. We call this a relative pin. Even though you technically can move the pawn, you wouldn't want to. In this last example, after white plays knight takes c6, black makes the terrible decision to play queen takes c6, recapturing the knight with the queen, but lining the queen up with the king. So white can now play bishop to b5, pinning the queen to the king. Notice the queen would like to leave this diagonal, but it cannot. It's absolutely pinned. And if the queen tries taking the bishop, then the knight would simply take the queen. White will surely win material by using this beautiful tactic of the pin. Let's see you try it out.
I forgot that I removed myself from the stream. Okay, so sorry, I keep putting my jacket on and off because it gets hot, but then I get cold, but then I'll get hot. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So my bad. Halfway through the video, I realized that I didn't read his comment first, and normally I will read the comment and then we'll go into the video. But I'm just gonna go ahead and read the comment now, and then we're not gonna rewatch the video, but yeah. So a pin occurs when a piece is under attack and cannot move without exposing a more valuable piece to capture. An absolute pin occurs when it would be illegal to move the attacked piece because of a check. A relative pin occurs when it would be inadvisable to move the attacked piece because a more valuable piece lies behind it. So, and then going more into illegal moves, like you said, placing yourself into check is illegal. Placing yourself into check or checkmate is illegal in the game of chess. Therefore, that's why that's a pin. Okay, so Black's queen just captured a pawn on e4, which is, well, where the queen is. Can you use a newly opened e-file to pin the Black queen to the king? Let's see. Okay, so sorry, I'll reread the question. Can you use the newly opened e-file to pin the Black queen to the king? Okay, so the pen, of course, like we just went over, the pen is essentially when you can't move because you're revealing a um, greater valued piece. Now, I'm looking at the knight that's already out, and well, one is obviously being attacked. Oh, I think it would be moving. You have the right idea, but the white queen is worth the same as black's queen. So black can simply trade queens. Try winning the queen with a less valuable piece. Okay, sorry, I was trying to read it. So if you guys didn't see, what I did is I moved my queen on D1 to E1. Therefore, if the queen is still able to attack, so I'm assuming that it would be moving the rook. So excellent. The black queen is pinned to the king, so white will win material. Now, with that being said, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I completely lost. Forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so black's queen is threatening to capture white's bishop. Can you find a pin that wins black's queen? Black's queen, a pin. Okay. Um. Okay. That will win black's queen. Sorry, y'all. I have to reread the question to myself a few times. Um. Just so that I can, understand and make sure that I'm comprehending. And like I said, I'm running through different plays and stuff like that in my head. So if I am getting quiet, that's why. But I'm gonna try to get better on, telling you guys what plays I'm thinking about. So for example, I'm thinking, okay, so one is at a diagonal. And so if I move my bishop right here on E2 to C4, the queen would still be able to attack because there's no threat to the king. So then I thought about moving the rook to on C1 to C8. Um, but even if even if the queen attacked my rook, the king wouldn't be in direct danger. So I'm still a little confused. Well, not confused, but I'm trying to work it out. Work through it, I guess you can say. Um, Let me read this again. Black's queen is threatening to capture white's bishop. Can you find a pin that wins black's queen? Um, I hmm, I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I don't know. I don't think it's right. Oh, it is. Okay. So I moved from E2 to C4. And it says, nice work. Black's queen is pinned to the black king, so white will win material. Okay, yeah, because if the queen comes in attacks, I can attack with my rook. So next, with black to move, win material by taking advantage of a pin. Okay. I feel like this is too easy. Yeah, I was gonna say it's too easy. Okay. I should have. Okay. Black's capture removed the pin from the position. So white's new knight on C3 protects the E4 pawn. Try again. Let's see here. So with black to move, win material by taking advantage of a pin. So let me see. The pin is, I guess you can say, on the queen. That's more than anything else. Yeah, because it's not on the king. So, um, sorry, y'all. I'm once again just going through the um going through the sorry, going through the possibilities or whatever. Let me check and make sure. Okay, I was just making sure that we didn't have any comments or anything like that that I should have addressed or whatever. So, let's see here. Mm, Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go to the hint. White's knight on c3. Okay, c3 is pinned, so it's not protecting the pawn on e4. Wait, what? So it's not protecting the. So I'm assuming this is saying so it's. And I looked at that, but it is protecting it. If the. Oh, okay. Great job. Black wins a pawn since the knight on c3 is pinned. Okay. And it's pinned because if it takes my bishop right here, then my bishop can still attack the king. Okay. So Black's bishop on d7 is pinned to the king. So d7 is right here. Find a move that wins material due to this pin. On d7, find a move that wins material. Okay, so it's white to move. Sorry, y'all. I have to keep reading it. Find a move. Okay. I think it's moving right here. Dang, are all my first tries gonna be wrong? Okay, so this move does not win material for white. Try again. Like immediately wins material? I thought it was gonna be like, you know how we move once and then we can collect. But okay, let me see. Um mm, oh my gosh. So okay, let me sit up. Let me see here. Mm, I mean, I'm trying to see because if I come and attack this bishop, then I'll easily just be taken. So Black's bishop on d7 is pinned to the king. Find a move that wins material due to this pin. Um, okay. Right now, y'all, I don't have anything going through my brain. It's just I'm looking at the pieces and their positioning. Um, I mean, I'm winning material, but let me see if this is what it's talking about. Because, okay, because I was going to say, like, I'm still losing. White's trade removed the pin, and Black's queen is now protecting trade. Okay, I'm going to just do the hint. Black's bishop on d7 is pinned to the king, so it is not protecting a piece that white can capture. Mm, that white can capture? Y'all probably like, it is right there. Let me see. Mm, oh, okay. So great work. White's queen wins the knight since the bishop on d7 is pinned to the king. Okay. White's queen is pinned to the king. Can you find a move that saves White's queen? Um, um, oh, I'm so scared to move a piece now because I don't want to get it wrong. Let's see. So White's queen is pinned to the king. Can you find a move that saves White's queen? I don't think that's the right one. I was thinking about moving my bishop on b6 to c7. Um, but my opponent's bishop could still just take my queen. So, mm, I'm trying to see. Hold on. Um, And I can't move my white queen back to g3 because it's still going to be attacked by that bishop. Um, so let's see here. I'm tempted to move my bishop, but I don't think that's the right thing. Like the right, move. Let's see. Maybe uh well, I mean, see, yeah, I don't know. Because okay, so then I'm like, okay, I could just attack the black bishop on E5. However, that queen on E1 is still right there. So then I'm looking at, the pawns and stuff like that, moving from G2 to G3. And even with that that's not gonna save the queen. Um maybe no, that ain't right. That ain't right. Because I was gonna move my queen to H4. However, that's not right because then I'm putting my king into checkmate. Yeah. Well, not checkmate. No, checkmate, yeah. And you can't do that in a game of chess. So White's queen is pinned to the king. Can you find a move that saves White's queen? This should not be taking me this long. I'm gonna do the hand again. Can you pin the black bishop that is pinning White's queen? Mm, sorry, I'm still thinking. Let's see. Because I was gonna move right here to D4, but that's not threatening the queen. So let me just go ahead and go to a solution. Wait, no. Um, what did it say? I didn't even see where it moved. Okay, yeah. Let me close this right here. Where did it go? Dang. I think it was right here. No, move. Okay. D4. What piece if it takes here? Oh, okay. I'm gonna retry like another one
Another of the most important tactics.
because as y'all seen, I was definitely struggling with this. Oh, well, it's the same ones. Let's see if I was really, let's see. Okay, so I remember this one, and that's because it's attacking the queen. So that still wins points. This one, I don't even remember seeing this one. Black's queen is threatening to capture White's bishop. Can you find a pin that wins Black's queen? Oh, moving right there. Nice work. Black's queen is pinned to the black king, so White will win material. Win material by taking advantage of a pin. Um, um, let me see. I believe if I no, let me chill. So if I capture on C3, no, I'm still able to get taken. So I feel like this one has something to do with the queen. Um, or was I supposed to capture the knight some way? See, I remember these, but I don't. White's pawn on C3 is pinned. So, oh yeah, E4. Um, um, So it's not protecting the pawn on e4. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to think still. I'm gonna just do the solution. Okay. Great job. Black wins a pawn since the knight on c3 is pinned to white's king. Okay. Black's bishop on d7 is pinned to the king. Find a move that wins material due to this pin. d7. Black's bishop on d7. Okay. Um, mm, okay. Sorry. Great work, white. Great work. White's queen has a knight since the bishop on d7 is pinned to the king. Okay. White's queen is pinned to the king. Can you find a move that saves white's queen? So, and then this one was the last one that we did. Yeah. Um, White's queen. Okay. So
One of the best.
now we're gonna go ahead and watch this video as well. I'm gonna take myself off the screen, put myself on mute again.
One of the best parts of a pin is that the pin piece cannot move. This often gives the attacker an extra move to make the pin even worse. If a piece is pinned, you don't have to capture it right away. If you remember the lesson on counting attackers and defenders, you'll know that it's important to keep adding attackers to outnumber the defenders. Let's take a look at some examples together. In this position, Black's rook is pinned to the king, so Black brings the king closer in order to protect the rook. Notice that the rook is still pinned. How can White pile on more pressure to the pinned piece? That's right, push the pawn. White now has two attackers against the rook, so Black's king cannot recapture when the rook is captured. Notice if White would have captured the rook before adding the pawn to the attack, White would have lost the advantage, but now White gets to keep the bishop. White simply wins the rook. Let's take a look at another example. In this position, White's knight is pinned to the queen. How can Black pile on more pressure to the pinned piece? That's right, with the knight. Knight to d4. Now White will lose the knight because if White recaptures with the queen, Black will take the queen as well. Now that you've learned the importance of piling up on pinned pieces, it's your turn to increase the pressure against pinned pieces.
Okay, so that was that. And once again, y'all, I forgot to read his comment, my bad. Okay, so y'all, and I know I'm kind of off my game a little bit. Today has been so long. Like I told y'all, I'm still in high school, and so I go to kind of a different school than most people do. It's pretty strict, pretty difficult, and all that. And we just had a whole bunch of assignments that are due. We take finals next week, so y'all, it's been rough, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So the comment is once you have pinned a piece, it cannot or should not move. Frequently, the best way to take advantage of this situation is to add more attacking pieces until the pinned piece can be captured in the most advantageous way. Okay. White is down to a piece. White is down to a piece, but Black's knight on e5 is pinned to the king. Can you pile up on that pinned piece and regain material? So, okay, it's down a piece, meaning it has -1 piece, I guess, or whatever. Anyway, but Black's knight on e5 is pinned to the king. E5, right here, and the king is right there. Sorry, I'm just looking, examining and stuff like that. Okay, so pile up. would it be to move right here? Okay. You have the right idea, but the knight cannot safely pile up on the pressure of the pinned knight. Ooh, I did not mean to click that. Excellent. White adds a second attacker to the pinned knight and will capture it on the next turn. Okay, so white has a weak pawn on c4. Let's attack it. Okay. So mm, mm, capture. Okay. Um, like I told y'all, sorry, I'm just trying to look at all the, possibilities and things like that. So, mm, okay. Good move. Black attacks the weak c4 pawn, forcing the white knight to defend it. Pile up the pressure and add another attacker. So we're adding another attacker on c4, I do believe. Um, um, Sorry, y'all. You know me. I'm trying to look at everything real quick. C4. Okay, excellent. Black piles up the pressure on c4. White cannot add a second defender, so black will win the pawn on the next turn. Okay. Both sides are fighting for the e5 pawn right here, with two attackers and two defenders in the battle. With black move, can you add a third attacker and win the struggle for the e5 pawn? So the two attackers are these knights right here. Oh, but then I'm still attacking the pawn. Black attacks e5 with the pawn, allowing white to trade pawns. Try to find a move that wins the e5 pawn. Okay. Oh. Um. Nah, that's not that. Sorry, I'm actually, is that the only? Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I'm calculating everything correctly. Um, let me see here. Um, okay, so once again, we're going for this pawn right here on e5. And it says add a third attacker. And so the two attackers, like I said, are right here and then right there. And so the third attacker, can you add a third attacker and win the struggle? So I believe it's supposed to be just um, one kind of motion kind of thing. What if I just come and attack? Okay, this move does not add a third attacker to the e5 pawn. Okay. Moving right here. So, okay. Would it be moving right? No. Oh, yeah, right here. No? Black's bishop did not. Okay, I'm doing the hint. Sometimes a piece has to move backwards in order to attack. Find a third piece that can save. Okay. Move backwards. Moving right here. Okay. So I moved my queen on b6 to d7. Great work. Black's queen adds a third attacker to the e5 pawn, and since white cannot add a third defender, black will win the pawn on the next turn. Okay. A white's knight on g5 and bishop on c4 are teaming up against the f7 pawn, ready to capture it on the next turn. Can you find black's best defense? So white's knight on g5 is right here, and bishop on c4 are teaming up against the f7 pawn, ready to capture it on the next turn. So f7, right? f7 right here. So, okay, hold on. Let me reread that. So g5 and c4. Okay. Can you find black's defense against it? So, mm, um, trying to think. Because I went to capturing the knight or threatening the knight rather. Um, but I can't. That's not really working out for me. So let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and go to the hint. Can you bring your king to safety and add a second defender? Bring the king to safety. Oh, castling? Great job. Black castles the king and adds the rook as a second defender to f7. Go ahead and capture white's knight. Would I go up or down? I mean, up or sideways. Let me see. I guess just this way. Okay. Yeah. Black has traded a rook and a pawn 6 points for a knight and bishop, which is also 6 points. Black has developed well and even has a lead in development. Okay. Black's knight on d5 is unprotected. Can you find a way to attack the knight and pin it to the black king? So black's knight on d5 is unprotected. Oh, sorry, y'all. Can you find a way to attack the knight and pin it to the black king? Mm, okay. Great move. White attacks the knight on d5, pinning it to black's king. How should you add another attacking piece? Um, no. I was gonna move the knight, but then the rook, but then the pawn can come and take the um rook. So would it be moving here? Okay, nice work. White attacks the pin knight for a second time, and black adds a second defender. Now let's add a third attacker to that knight and prepare to win it. Gee whiz. Let's see here. I don't think this is right. Oh, okay. So yeah, all right. So now we finished piling up. Now we're getting now we're getting into skewers. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself, remove myself from the camera, and I will be back once we're done.
While a pin is a tactic which pins a piece into place and prevents it from moving, a skewer is the exact opposite. With a skewer, the piece being attacked is so important it must get out of the way, leaving a vulnerable piece behind it. The worst is a king and queen skewer. In this position, notice white's king and queen are lined up on the same diagonal. This should set off some alarm bells. Now the black bishop can move to f6, putting the king into check. Obviously, the king must move, but when this happens, the queen gets captured. This is a classic skewer. Let's look at another example. In this position, black's queen and rook are lined up on the same diagonal. Can you find white's best move here? That's correct. Bishop to g3, skewering the queen to the rook. The queen removes itself from that diagonal, but leaves the rook wide open for capture. White wins an entire rook thanks to the skewer. Skewers don't have to be on diagonals. They can also be on ranks. In this position, can you find a rook check that skewers the black king to the knight? The correct move here is rook to g7, and after the king moves, white wins the knight. The key to finding a skewer is recognizing when valuable pieces are lined up together. Now it's your turn to find some skewers.
All right, y'all, and we're back. Okay, so once again, I forgot to read this. A skewer occurs when one piece attacks an opposing piece that has a less valuable piece behind it. that can be captured once it moves. The skewer can be thought of as a backwards pin because the more valuable piece is the one in immediate danger. So Black's queen is helping the pawn march down the board to promote into a second queen. Can you find a game-winning skewer for White? Mm, would it simply just be moving right here? Nice try, but this move is not a game-winning skewer. Right here. Nice try, but this is not. Try again. I feel like, okay. Let me see. Let me see. Can you find a queen check that skewers the black and white queen? A queen check. Um, for the more important pieces, the less important pieces in the front. That's not, would it be right here? This is tough. Let me see solution. Oh, great job. White skewers the black king to the queen. Now the black king has moved. Capture the queen. Okay, excellent. White will collect the pawn and should win the game. With white to move, can you find a capture that will win a piece or create a skewer? With white to move, can you capture a piece? Okay. And so then too, this is when knowing, the amount of chess pieces comes in handy. Um, mm, oh, let me see. Let's try this. Over right there, but I'm not threading either one of those pieces. Um, with white to move, can you find a capture that will win a piece or create a skewer? Um, oh, with white to move. Oh no, I've been looking at white. Maybe I have. I don't know. um, mm, let me see. I'm looking at where to move my knight, and I can't find no place. What is the only capture in this position for white? Great work. If the black king didn't capture the knight, white simply wins a piece. After black captures the king, can you find the skewer? Um, um, would it be maybe to move? No, that ain't it. Yeah. There's a much better check to skewer the king and the rook. Um, um, okay, we're going to go ahead and do the hand again. Ow. How can you check black's king on the same diagonal as the black rook? Um, it's more than one move though. Well, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and go with the solution. Now capture the rook. Oh, okay. That was my fault. I was not looking up there. Okay. Let me sit up one more time. Can you find white's best skewer in this position? Okay. Um, um, can you find white's best skewer in this position? Mm, yeah. Can you find a check that skewers black's king and rook? Um, and then they're on different colors too, like black's king and rook. Let me see. Hmm. Solution. Let me see. Fantastic. You skew black's king. Wait, we went up. Okay. Now capture the rook. All right, this one, y'all, I got this one for real. White is down material, but can you find a capture that leads to a skewer? Is black moving or is white moving? Oh, white, okay. Mm, oops. Um, hmm. White is down material, but can you find a capture? Mm, this isn't correct. Oh, it is? How? Excellent. Black's king recaptures the rook, but is now on the same diagonal as black's rook on d7. Skewer the king and the rook. Oh, y'all. Let's see. Um, the more important piece in the front. This is not skewer the black king. This is tough, y'all. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and do the hint and solution due to time. Um, what was right here? I felt like it was a pawn. And I can't wait, can I? No, I got it. That's gonna take me all the way back. Now capture black's rook. Okay. Well, so y'all, we went over skewers and a few different other things. And like I said, y'all, I'm learning this stuff with you, like the skewers, the forks, and different stuff like that. I've never been introduced to those topics before. So, I apologize for not knowing them all, but y'all cut me some slack because, I'm learning them with y'all. But I just want to say really quickly, thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I will catch you guys on Monday, same time, same place, 7 o'clock p.m. And yeah, we'll be back with some more chess. So yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in and have a great weekend.